Good afternoon. Spring Convocation 2024 will officially begin with the graduate processional. Please rise if you are able. Please remain standing for the procession of faculty and the platform party. Please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem performed by Ms. Hannah Pagenkoff.
Please join me in singing together.
Please be seated. Welcome everyone to Convocation 2024. I'm Dawn Farrell, Chancellor of Mount Royal University. It is my distinct honor to declare Convocation assembled for the granting of degrees in the Faculty of Arts and the Faculty of Science and Technology. This is our 6th convocation this week, and what I'd like to say to you is we've saved the best for last. I would like to thank the Highland Pipers for leading our procession, and as well our national anthem singer, Ms. Hannah Pagenkoff. Let's give them a great big hand. I would now like to invite Dr. Tim Rowley, President and Vice Chancellor of Mount Royal University, to introduce some of our special guests and to share a few words to get us started.
Thank you, Madam Chancellor, and good afternoon, everyone. Before I introduce members of the Platform Party, I would like to take a few moments to recognize the traditional land where Mount Royal is situated. Mount Royal University is situated on the ancient and storied land that is steeped in ceremony and history that until recently was occupied exclusively by people indigenous to this place. With gratitude and reciprocity, Mount Royal acknowledges the relationship to the land and all beings, the songs, the stories of the Siksika Nation, the Piikani Nation, the Kainai Nation, and the Ithke Stoney Nakoda Nation, consisting of the Chiniki, Bearspaw, and Good Stony Nations, and the Tsuut'ina Nation and the Métis. When I went to school, I sadly did not learn that at the verbal negotiations held to discuss Treaty 7 between the nations and the Crown and Canadian government, Indigenous people assumed their hereditary lands would be shared and a cooperative future would be built together that was to last as long as the grass grows and the sun shines and the rivers flow. However, many of the verbal promises made to these nations were not reflected in the written agreement of Treaty 7 created by the Crown and Canadian government. Even then, many of those promises that were included in the written agreement have been broken. Sadly, what followed were policies of cultural genocide and assimilation that caused profound harm. The original people of these lands were confined to reserves, prohibited from pursuing traditional practices, and forced to send their children to residential schools. Rather than a mutually beneficial relationship, there was disposition and exploitation and a system of economic and social marginalization. However, ladies and gentlemen, the good news is that at Mount Royal University, we are committed to advancing the success of Indigenous learners and respectfully supporting Indigenous cultural identities and integrity, leading to a good life in all respects. Mount Royal will challenge settler, colonialism, and systemic racism and discrimination by addressing the legacy of broken promises and rebuilding the relationships between Indigenous and non-Indigenous peoples. This includes all of us who live at the confluence of the Bow and Elbow rivers, a place referred to by the Siksika and the Piikani and the Kainai nations as Mohkinstsis, and by the Ifke Stoney Nakoda nations as Wichitspa, and by the Tsuut'ina as Gutsitsi. Mount Royal will do this by meeting the goals and committing to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's calls to action and adopting and applying the principles of the United Nations Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People. Thank you. I would now like to take a minute to remind you to please silence your electronic devices. And as promised, I will now introduce some of the esteemed members of our platform party that are here to honor you graduands. Dr. Chad London, Provost and Vice President Academic, Dr. Jennifer Pettit, Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Dr. Jonathan Withy, Dean for the Faculty of Science and Technology, Ms. Jerry-Lynn Googlis, University Registrar, the Honorable Rajan Sani, Minister of Advanced Education, Professor Emeritus Dr. John Cox, Alumni Speaker Stefan Redetta, and our honorary degree recipient, the Honorable Lois Mitchell. We also, it's a full stage, we also have Mount Royal University Executive Leadership Team, deans, vice deans, associate deans from Mount Royal faculties, members of the MRU Board of Governors, including the board chair, members of our foundation board, and many, many faculty members who are here to support their students. Please join me in welcoming this auspicious platform party. I would now like to introduce Bruce Starlight, Elder of the Tsuut'ina Nation, who will open this convocation. He has served as a teacher, mentor, and advisor to Mount Royal, and as a member of MRU's Traditional Thinkers Advisory Council for the Office of Indigenization and Decolonization. And most notably, in my opinion, he was also received an Honorary Doctor of Laws from MRU just a year ago in 2023. Elder Starlight, would you please join me at the front of the stage? Elder Starlight, I'll give you just to say thank you for your words.
Good afternoon. My real name is Spotted Eagle. And you know the song, the O Canada, we had to sing it every morning when we were in grade school. But I won't talk about that unfortunate time because it said it all in the introductory here, in the land acknowledgement. But all of it is true. And some people say, you know, get over it. It's hard to get over. It lives with us every day. And it's a major contributor to our dysfunction in our communities. It'll take another 2 or 3 generations to deal with it, but we are. And so when you're lower than the snake's belly, the only way to go is up. So that's what we're hoping for, and that's what we pray for. And so I'm very honored to be here. I was very honored to get my honorary degree. When I was young, I tried to stay in school, but my dad passed away and there was no one to look after my siblings. So I had to quit. I tried going to Western half day. I couldn't do it because we're in the logging camps. And so I couldn't stay. But later in life, I went back to university. I upgraded and I took linguistics to find out if the linguists were right about our languages. we're finding now that they missed a lot of things because they were not born with the language, and some of them actually didn't believe in God or over-believed in God. So anyway, that is why I stand here. I get up 4 o'clock in the morning. I start typing one letter at a time. And so it's like, it's a lifelong journey. And I feel that I earned my honorary doctorate for promoting goodwill between our people. And so your journey is much like mine, a very hard journey. But I loved education, and I still do. And we learn every day. You're going to find that out. Because now you have all the tools to continue your life in a good way, in a way that you can prosper. And at the same time, the people around you will do the same. But I never forget the parents, your friends, your grandparents are here, some of them. They're the ones that woke up all of you. Even though you just turn around, throw your pillow over your head and say, I'm not going to school today. And it's them that made you who you are. You're here because of them. So give them a hand. And the other speakers will repeat it, but I thought I'd say that because I'm asked a lot to do some in graduations, so I keep the same message. So it's an honor. I was asked this morning, where do you feel that the where do you feel the best about your culture being recognized and honored? I said to Mount Royal University. And I honestly mean that, because they're really doing some great things with our people, promoting understanding and reconciliation. If you want to do something for our people, say a prayer for us. Because it was just yesterday morning, we got off the horse. So you have to be patient with us. Education have been with you for thousands of years, but us was lifelong education. So that's what I leave with you. And I want to say a little prayer for all of you, for your path into the future and how you're going to deal with it. But always be okay with you. That's going to take you a long way. That's how I dealt with everything in my life. So thank you for the honor, all of you, Mount Royal. I really take my hat off to you if I had my hat. So thank you, all of you, for listening. I will say a prayer for the Calgary Stampede. If it wasn't for them, our people at Sutina, we would have no culture, because it was taken away through the indoctrination process. Nata niskagulaka nakadanan ina dan nasite. Adekoko lena dine na tlat a sakimus sitene na nuwe na chukama o kimetayna nata o dine na dasatanak atisuna. Nitsana kakaska da kiminitana di dina take asana ikitis ina. Adekoko lena Mount Royal, all the staff and all the teachers, sakimus sitene kulata. Sit acha punekaki siskaka suka nitsana kasku dananitana nahatakut adinata adinits iskada hat ainisin hat ainits iskat. Congratulations to all of you. God bless the parents. God bless your future. Thank you.
Thank you, Elder Starlight. It is now my pleasure to welcome the Minister of Advanced Education to the podium. The Honorable Rajan Sawhney was sworn in as the Minister of Advanced Education on June 9th, 2023. She has previously served as the Minister of Trade, Immigration and Multiculturalism, the Minister of Transportation, and the Minister of Community and Social Services. Mount Royal has had the pleasure of hosting Minister Sawhney on several occasions, and I am so pleased she can join us at our most important event of the year, where we get to celebrate our graduates. Please join me in welcoming Minister Sawhney to the stage.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for the kind introduction, and thank you, Elder Starlight, for the beautiful prayer and your very poignant words. To all the graduates, congratulations. Let's give you another round of applause. What a day. That's right, what a day. I love that, yes. The celebration of Convocation is one of the most rewarding aspects in my role as Minister of Advanced Education, and a personal favorite. Seeing the smiles and the excitement as students walk across the stage and complete their education is something that I look forward to with each and every ceremony. But the most powerful statement of the day's meeting comes from seeing graduates pose for photos with their families and their friends. You can see their pride and hopes for the future on their faces. That is why I am honored to bring greetings today on behalf of the Government of Alberta and Premier Danielle Smith. This special day marks the beginning of new opportunities. Whether you plan on continuing your education or starting a new career, this is a major milestone on the road of discovery. This is something worth celebrating. For every one of you, this achievement is crucial to the role you will play in the future of our province, and I mean that with all sincerity. Alberta needs your skills, your vision, and your energy. My hope is that through your education, you will not only find a career, but will have found your place in life and pursue your dreams for the future. Looking ahead, I can safely say that you will find a wealth of opportunities in Alberta to make your contribution to society. Because if there's one place in the world where opportunity has a home, it's here in Alberta. As you graduate today and become alumni of Mount Royal University, I encourage you to stay connected with your institution. Alberta is experiencing record levels of growth as more newcomers choose to begin their lives in our beautiful province. The stories, guidance, and wisdom you can share with new Albertans will play an important role inspiring the next generation of Mount Royal graduates. Show them the doors unlocked by your education and tell them about the lifelong friendships you have made along the way. Be a mentor, be a volunteer, and inspire others to follow in your footsteps. Graduation marks the beginning of an exciting future. Whether your path forward includes more education or a new career, I hope you find much joy in the next chapter of your lives. Thank you to the board, to the faculty and staff of Mount Royal University for your hard work, your guidance, and your faith in these graduates. Thank you again to all the families and friends and all the children and the babies who are here today for supporting them through their journey. And thank you, heartfelt thank you to each and every one of you graduating today for your investment in yourselves and the future of Alberta. I wish you all the luck in the world and many, many congratulations once again.
Thank you, Minister Sawhney, for those thoughtful remarks to our graduates. I really appreciate your student-centeredness, and I really appreciate you take my phone calls. That means an awful lot to me. Thanks for visiting our campus, and we look forward to hosting you again in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, as president of Mount Royal University, I can confidently tell you that Convocation is my favorite time of the year. It's a moment of great tradition and honor, and the Mount Royal community comes together to celebrate our graduates. The stands are packed, and sometimes they vibrate with excitement. I started the ceremony by introducing some of the guests on stage with me, but allow me to officially welcome the friends and family who are here to enthusiastically support the class of 2024, the many MRU staff and faculty who are here with us today. They're here because they truly care about our students. Those of you joining us on the live stream, welcome. And of course, our esteemed graduates. Can I have a round of applause for everyone who's here today? Thank you. After years of being involved in Convocation, what continues to be remarkable to me is that each one of you has your own story. And the story includes your guiding light or your North Star, perhaps the source of inspiration that brought you to Mount Royal University in the first place. You are here to receive your degree in recognition of your academic accomplishments, but it's your curiosity and commitment to learn and grow in your discipline that now bonds you to each other. To the many professors that you encountered, to the other students you have come across in your journey who have probably benefited from the knowledge you have shared with them. This is the true power of education. It requires connection to expand our ideas and thoughts and our willingness to share with others. Today is the formal marker of the end of your academic program, but for the many of us who have been in the same position, we know the truth that it's once you start down the path of education, it never truly ends. And the hallmark of a university education, at least an MRU education, is that it opens a door, then another and another, until you look back in disbelief at how far you have traveled. And if we've done our jobs right, you make it to the end of your program with a sense of pride and fulfillment. You have an appreciation for everything you've learned and contributed to during the time you've been at Mount Royal University. And maybe, just maybe, you feel like you want to continue this journey of asking questions and finding answers to the many problems out there in the world. I believe the ability to seek to understand is the foundation of a broad liberal education, which is what we strive for here at Mount Royal University. You have an education which gives you the skills that are in high demand, skills to adapt and to change, but perhaps most importantly, the skills to lead a meaningful and productive life. On the surface, learning can seem straightforward, but anyone who has raised their hand to counter a point voiced by a classmate, or is the classmate who has to sit patiently while your brilliant contribution is now being questioned, knows it's not as easy as it sounds. You have to actively resist the urge to dismiss or to discourage, and instead you listen, the very thing that is the foundation of a university education, and you graduates know how to do it. Each time we dare to learn in this way, it allows us to make sense of difficult situations and draw on those experiences, these moments of friction, to better understand our neighbors, our colleagues, and the world around us. And once you've mastered it, you can use it for good. And if ever there was a time in our history to use these skills of inquiry to seek to understand the points of view of others, it is now. The world needs people like you. My hope is that you will take what you have learned to help others, be the person who isn't afraid to ask questions and contribute to positive change within your communities. I've already seen this demonstrated time and time again by our many students. I do like to, though, have a little shout out to a student in the graduating class. And today, Emily True is graduating with a Bachelor of Science, and she is a wonderful example of this. Emily, where are you? Give me a wave. Emily, there you are. Hey, Emily. She started her time at MRU with and she knew the power of community and how she has benefited from her professors who have helped her feel a sense of belonging at Mount Royal. She credits some of her professors, Dr. Trevor Day and Dr. Dylan Webb, with offering her support and encouragement, which led to some of her best experiences at Mount Royal, including being offered a position to work in a lab alongside one of her mentors and being the recipient of the Faculty of Science and Technology Student Research Award in 2023. Emily isn't shy about praising these two professors as exceptional leaders and is already following in their footsteps by being the type of leader she admires. While achieving academic excellence, Emily has been recognized for her contributions to Peer Learning Program and Stepping Up Program, which uses peer-to-peer facilitation to guide students through topics related to relationships, abuse, and sexual violence. She has experienced tremendous growth while encouraging others to do the same. And I have no doubt this will continue as she follows her passion and plans to complete a Master's of Science in Chemistry. Good for you, Emily. Congratulations. So for all of our graduates, my hope is that you leave here feeling like you have received everything you could possibly during your time at MRU, and you are aware of the gifts that you have given to yourself and the people who are dear to you. Graduates, you have each reaped the benefits of a world-class teaching faculty, instructors who knew you by name, knew your goals and your aspiration, and staff who were also committed to your success, whether you met them in person or if they were toiling behind the scenes. Graduates, may I ask you to give a round of applause to MRU's outstanding faculty and staff. And following in the steps of Elder Starlight and Minister Sani, there is another very important group of people who have helped pave the way for your success, your friends and your family. Today they are here in person and online to celebrate you. Can I please ask you in joining me in a round of applause for all the people who have helped you get here today? And we'll all join in. It is now my pleasure to invite the Chancellor back to the podium to share her remarks. Madam Chancellor.
Thank you, President Rowley, and let's give him a nice big hand of applause for all he does. As we leave a long, cold spring here in Alberta and hopefully move into a nice hot summer with just a titch of rain, all of you are getting ready to enter into the next season of your lives. This graduating class goes out into the world ever more savvy, more educated, more talented, and more confident than any before you. Your generation has so many attributes that position all of you for success. You can dig deeply for the truth. You can consolidate more information than ever. You understand the enormity of the issues that are ahead of us, and you can glide easily through a world where your phone is a second brain and where search engines consolidate information in seconds. You can do that because you leave here today educated and ready for lifelong learning. More importantly, you are ready to dialogue. You can work in teams, and you can work from just about anywhere. You can drive action and mobilize work from any location using almost any device. You can work more productively and with greater clarity to solve issues that many of us still haven't figured out. And you go out into a world that in which each of you has the actual capacity to live most likely for 100 years, which means you can repurpose your lives a decade at a time, and you can build communities and organizations with purpose, and you can invent lives that are fulfilling in every aspect. But as you leave this university, you enter into a world that is much more complex. You're surrounded by a social media that gives you dancing raccoons in 1 minute and tells you the earth is dying in the next. It vilifies and makes fun of leaders and of each other. And it asks you to buy into get-rich schemes by just giving $1 here or $1 there to any set of influencers. Your parents and your grandparents all want to hold you back in a world that they knew. And we all worry about all of the anxiety we see in you, and we worry that you won't have the same kind of future that we had. However, even with that background, and even with that complexity, and even with all the division that's out there, you leave this institution better than us. You know how to think, how to evaluate, how to analyze, and how to ask questions. You are going into a world where the menial jobs of adding up columns of numbers or counting cash in the back of a Safeway are being replaced by cybersecurity experts, jobs that do require the use of AI, and with the ability to create the policies that will fix our healthcare systems, will transform our schools and our education, and will change how we each take accountability for our own health and our own learning. I offer this as advice. First, take care of yourselves. Your bodies, your minds, and your souls are up for grabs. Own them and cherish them. You'll need them for another 80 years or so. Second, take care of one another. Build strong friendships and communities and give more than you take every single day. The friends sitting beside you today will be there when life is brilliant and will be there when life is tough. Finally, do only good. As you step out of these doors, each of you knows what good is. And if each and every one of you do good, you will make our society better. I thank each and every one of you for the many hours of study and for the actions you took to get ready to come here today. I'm proud of your accomplishments. I'm proud that as you go forward, you'll represent the values of Mount Royal University and what it means to receive your degree from this institution here today. Congratulations and well done. Before conferring degrees to the graduates, like most university protocol, including these robes worn by those on the platform party, honorary degrees date back to the Middle Ages and are often accompanied by the Latin words honoris causa, which means for honorific reasons. They recognize an individual's outstanding achievement in the academic, private, or public sector. I would now like to invite Provost and Vice President Academic, Dr. Chad London, to the podium to present the candidate for the Honorary Doctor of Laws.
Good afternoon, everyone. Madam Chancellor, on behalf of Mount Royal University's Board of Governors and on the recommendation of the General Faculty's Council, it is my pleasure to present the Honorable Lois Mitchell, the candidate for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, in recognition of her contributions that have left a lasting impact on the social fabric of Alberta. The Honorable Lois Mitchell, CMAOE, is an entrepreneur, philanthropist, and former Lieutenant Governor of Alberta. Her legacy is characterized by a deep commitment to fostering understanding, collaboration, and prosperity within the province of Alberta. She was a senior partner at Rainmaker Global Business Development, a co-founder of the Global Business Forum, and one of 12 founders of Crime Stoppers Calgary. In 2015, Lois Mitchell was appointed as the 18th Lieutenant Governor of Alberta, serving in this position until 2020. Her tenure as Lieutenant Governor was marked by her dedication to promoting Alberta's diverse cultural heritage and supporting military families. And she has continued to support initiatives related to education, arts, science, culture, and amateur sport. Over the years, she has served on numerous boards and supported organizations related to her profession and her passions. Her dedication to the people of Alberta earned her the Order of Canada in 2012, along with the Alberta Order of Excellence in 2015 and numerous other honors. In 2019, Ms. Mitchell was announced as an honorary patron of the Mount Royal University Conservatory. and she was named President of the Royal Canadian Geographical Society in 2023. Madam Chancellor, on behalf of Mount Royal University's Board of Governors and on the recommendation of the General Faculty's Council, I request that you please bestow the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, on the Honorable Lois Mitchell. Can you please join me at the front of the stage?
By the power vested in me by the Post-Secondary Learning Act of Alberta and as approved by the Mount Royal University Board of Governors, I present Mount Royal University's honorary degree recipient, the Honorable Lois Mitchell, the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. It is with great honor that I would like to invite Dr. Mitchell to say a few words.
Well, it's wonderful to be here. I just want to start off by saying when the elder mentioned about O Canada, I just want you to know I watched and there are a number of you singing it. It's not supposed to be a solo ever. It's your song, all of you. And I'm very proud to say that a number of you did sing along. But don't forget, if you ever organize anything, you always say, will you join me in singing? I just want you to know that. I'm a pretty bossy person, in case you were wondering. This is why I'm going to tell you some things. So I will start off. Eminent Chancellor, Board of Governors, President Raleigh, the Minister, by the way, I want you to know another thing that I'm pretty bossy about. Do you know the people that are heroes in my eyes are the people that run for public office? Please don't forget that. Please remember how important that is, that people will run for public office. They put their neck out there, I'm telling you. So I just want you to know that. That's my hero, okay? Elder, yes, distinguished faculty, esteemed graduates, family and friends. I also want to tell you one thing. I'm going to say this because I know somebody might boo. I was thrilled to walk down that hallway because yes, I love sports. And yes, as Lieutenant Governor, I love everything about Alberta. So I looked at that and read that wonderful, that those amazing women that won the U Sports, don't forget, they were ranked 8th. They were ranked 8th, and they came all the way to win the U Sports trophy. I am so proud of them, and I think the Oilers might be able to do the same thing. Please don't boo. Okay, first of all, she's not going to like this. I do want to acknowledge our Chancellor, Dawn Farrell. This is her final convocation. Her leadership, yes, has left an incredible mark on this institution, yes. But I want to say, and that's wonderful, her vision and her dedication to Mount Royal. But she also has had a dedication to the City of Calgary, to the provinces of Alberta and BC, and to Canada. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you look it up and do your research. Okay, I wanted to embarrass her terribly because that's what I told her I'm going to do. Okay, Tim, I told him maybe I'll show up today. I keep bugging Tim. Yeah, I like to tease him. My mantra is that when you say you'll be somewhere, you show up. And I commend you for always showing up. I can't tell you how many events I go to. He's always there, often on his own, having conversations with people wherever he goes, extolling Mount Royal's amazing vision of opening minds and changing lives. So I wanted to say that. Also, I'm not going to bother at the end, by the way, talking about you parents. You've had enough recognition, just so you know that. I just want you to know that. I want to recognize the board. Don't forget, I will be honest with you and tell you that I started, it's fine, all the business and all the other things I did, But the reason that when I started serving on boards, those are the people. And if you're a volunteer on a board, you give heart and soul. Just like this amazing board here. Yes, I don't want to embarrass you, Chris. No, of course I'm not going to embarrass Chris Lee. Of course I wouldn't do that to him as chair of the board. But also the foundation board. They give heart and soul, and it's really how I started. I used to be chair of the Philharmonic, and I thought I was pretty smart. My vice chair, he was twice as smart as me. He's the one actually that ended up nominating me for an Order of Canada. This is years and years ago. So I learned never ever judge anybody by their age or anything else. That's one thing I've learned in life. Don't judge anybody. Okay, so I will say, this wonderful theme you have, the transformative power of education. Education has been a huge thing in my life. First of all, I started out, yes, you can bet it, a teacher, but guess what? A phys ed teacher, in case you don't think I care about sports. Yeah, okay. And I have to say that every single, I guess even last night, I talk about learning. I will tell you that at every stage in my life, I'm learning. Now, in case you think I'm young, okay, well, I'm never going to know how old I am. I don't tell people how old I am. I tell them, you're only as old as you think you are. Yeah, I've been called childish too, so that's okay. I don't mind that. That's what it's all about. Keep doing and keep going. And I'm going to tell you one thing. Last night, it was so great. They had dinners for the people that got their honor degrees. I learned an awful lot. I learned, even sitting at that table, I learned so much about AI. I can't begin. I also learned how smart my daughter is. You know, my daughter's here from Vancouver, and I just have to say that. You have to learn, because don't forget, you know who makes you humble? I just want all you to know this. Who do you think makes you most humble? Your kids make you the most humble, bar none. I just want to tell you that. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to tell you this, that it's not just about acquiring knowledge, it's about unlocking the potential that you have and fostering, right now more than anything, Canada needs innovation. Anybody that can think out of the box. It's a catalyst for global change, and that's part of what we need to be thinking about. Don't tell me you're a global citizen unless you want to act like one. Okay, so also, whether this applies to your studies, I know your interior design, computer information systems, or the sciences that you and your education has equipped you with the tools to make a significant impact. So as I gaze upon you and watching you all, I also watch people that have their phones out. Oh, I didn't say that, did I? Okay, I hope not. Anyway, I want to say congratulations on your wonderful achievement. Completing a degree is no small defeat. Absolutely not. And you should be very, very proud. As you stand on the brink of the new beginnings, you say, what now? What now? Where do I go from here? Who do I want to be? These questions are natural and important. You are the only person who can answer those questions. And I know, and you've heard from Tim, you've heard from our Chancellor, that the education as Mount Royal has guided you towards a path that allow you to actually achieve your hopes and dreams. While it's for each of you to determine the what and the where of your career, I just want to offer a couple of suggestions on the how and why. The first idea is how to, okay, which I've found useful in my career. I believe they apply regardless of the generation or profession you belong to. So the first how is ask yourself right now even, those that might have their phones out, how am I interacting and communicating with those around me? Ask yourself that. Effective communication starts with active listening. It's not just about what you say. It's about really hearing others. This is good for any relationship, let me tell you. When you engage with someone, think less about your response and more about understanding their perspective. That's what this is all about. That's what makes for meaningful connections. Ask questions, seek clarification, and spend time exploring others' needs. Think about others' needs. You want me to tell you what makes a really simple and great relationship? A relationship with anybody? Two unselfish people. You know what makes a bad relationship? Two selfish people. Two selfish people. And if one's selfish and one's unselfish, 50% chance of a good relationship. Unselfishness, important. Okay, so when you work to build and respect two-way connections, you'd be amazed at what you can learn and benefit. So you draw on those relationships. So remember, it's not what you say, it's not what you do, it's how you make people feel. Do you like that? I'm glad some of you are nodding. Okay, no, thank you. Maybe the parents don't mind this. How about that, parents? That's my gift for you. The second how-to is I'd like to offer is nothing has to do with building resiliency and being adaptable. My life is all about being adaptable. Life is going to present you with challenges and setbacks. When you face a no, don't take it personally. View it as an opportunity to learn and to grow. Embrace constructive criticism as a chance to improve. The ability to adapt and persevere in the face of adversity will be one of your very strongest assets. In our changing world, adaptability is the key to survival. Your ability to rethink, to regroup, and respond defines your success. Okay, I have to tell you this. I like hockey, but I'm a real football fan. I'm a real football fan. I have to tell you that. So, yep, I have to be honest with you. I've grown up with football players. And the one thing about football is you understand, you know what they say, oh, that person's really resilient. That doesn't get you anywhere. You think about it. If you don't look at the play like a football player and readjust and say, you know what, did I do something wrong? Did I miss that tackle? If you don't readjust, you'll never get that score up. That's all about in life, let me tell you, adaptability. That's my favorite word, by the way. I may question some of you if I stay around. I may ask you, what do you think is my favorite word? It's adaptability. Okay, every day there might be something you need to adapt to. My flight, one thing is I try not to complain. I really try hard. There's a wonderful man on your board that's head of where my offices are. I have offices. I got flooded on the 13th of January, the coldest day, minus 50, my whole offices. And I had a lot of them. I had a lot of foundations. They're all flooded. I didn't get upset. You know what I say? If it's not life or death, it's not worth getting upset about. That's how I live it. That's how I live my life. Even like coming back from Ottawa, they all said, you know, we're so sorry, it's going to be late, you probably miss your meeting. You know what? I met an amazing person just being there in that waiting room. Just if you have an open mind about these things. Okay, let me tell you then let's see, how can finish off by this. But the best teachers tell you things you don't want to know, or you don't want to hear, to be honest with you. Let's think about that, parents. Hard truths have been far more valuable than praise because they do force you to think about yourself and be creative. When somebody gives you realistic advice, even though it's tough to hear, thank them for the feedback. You're going to get a lot of that in your, I bet you anything, interior design maybe, all the things you're going into, you're going to hear a lot about that. Okay, and then I think what you have to do is be grateful for the chance to become and learn from them and get back to work, correct the issue, that's what you do. So number 3, I've mentioned about communication and adaptability. I want to share the answer to the why question. Why do you strive for something better? What keeps, I guess you could say, going? Why do you keep going? Why would you keep going when things are really tough? How many of you in the last year have faced a tough situation? How many? Be honest, come on. Be honest. I'm looking around, really. Tough situation. A great answer to those questions is contained in a wonderful pearl of wisdom. This is from Eleanor Roosevelt, who said, the future belongs to those who believe, who they have to believe in the beauty of their dreams. Don't get down. Whatever you do, don't get down. Don't get down. I encourage each of you to dream big. That's what you're all about. Believe in your potential and persist with determination, because we need people who see the promise for a better world and have creativity, energy, and the sheer determination it takes to turn ideas into reality. So as you progress in your life and career, you'll constantly face a choice: to follow the status quo or to pursue the dream of something different. The first is easy. The second is much more difficult. So lastly, as you move forward, remember the power of gratitude. Yes, yes, I'm telling you. I've grown up. Be grateful for small things, because unless you're grateful for the small things, you're never, ever, ever going to get the big things. Never will you get the big things unless you're grateful for the small things. And gratitude, be sure to say thank you. Be sure to give people credit. I will tell you, 90% of it's people that have given me an idea, and I go, thank you, and give them credit. You don't need to take the credit. And if you're really good, by the way, you don't talk about yourself. Other people will talk about you. You don't need to. Okay, so I say in concluding, okay, each of you should be grateful for the opportunity to obtain a degree at this amazing, amazing university, one of the greatest cities, we have to say, and in the greatest countries in the world. Be grateful. Okay, so I'm not going to recognize and go back and recognize the same people. Sorry, I'm sorry, parents. I'm sorry about that. But I do, and university staff, that's if they've already been thanked. But I will say, to the graduating class of 2024, congratulations. Use your education to transform lives and create a better future. The world needs your vision, your energy. Go with a compassionate heart, full of gratitude, and I know you'll do great things. So I just want to say this. This is what you can laugh about this as much as you want. So this true greatness is not measured by the height of one's achievement, but by the depth of one's impact on the lives of others. So embrace the challenges that come your way, for they are opportunities in disguises. I want you to think of this. You have to lead with humility. By the way, that's an H. You have to lead with integrity. That's an I. And you have to lead with courage. That's the C. I want you to be a hick. I want you all to be a hick. Can you think of that? I want you to be a hick, and you will inspire others to be the same as you. Thank you.
Well, that was amazing. Thank you, Dr. Mitchell, for having us laugh, and you can be as bossy as you want, because you follow it up with words of wisdom that inspire us, having us sit up straight, and we appreciate you. Congratulations again. It is now my pleasure to recognize Mount Royal's newest Professor Emeritus. This designation acknowledges faculty members for their significant contributions during their long-term association with Mount Royal University. I am pleased to announce the Board of Governors, upon recommendation of the General Faculties Council, has selected Dr. John Cox as a Professor Emeritus. Dr. Cox received his MSc from the University of Alberta in 1976 and completed his PhD studies at the University of Aberdeen in 1993. His early research focused on the petroleum, geology, and sedimentary environments of the Mesozoic strata in the Western Canada Sedimentary Basin. Dr. Cox began his career at Mount Royal College in 1983, serving as both coordinator of the University Transfer Geology program and chair of the Department of Earth Sciences, a position he held for 14 years. As Mount Royal transitioned towards a degree-granting university, he led the development of the MRU Geology BSc program. Dr. Cox received distinguished faculty awards in 1994 and again in 2012, and a Student Association Teaching Excellence Award in 1995. In 2012, he also became a member of the first group of full professors appointed at Mount Royal University following its transition to university status. Most recently, up to and since his retirement from the Department of Earth and Environmental Sciences, he has focused his research efforts on investigating the quality and quantity of groundwater found in water wells on Hornby Island, British Columbia. Dr. Cox, will you please come forward?
Congratulations, Dr. Mitchell and Dr. Cox. I know Dr. Mitchell very, very well, and I can say that if each one of you goes out into the world and does good every single day, you'll have a a really tough time beating what this woman has accomplished for Alberta. So let's just give her one more hand. Thank you. It is now my privilege to invite Dr. Tim Rowley, President and Vice Chancellor, to the podium to officially present Mount Royal University's Spring 2024 graduates.
I think that's all for them, not for me, but I won't take it personally. May I ask the graduands to please rise if you are able. Madam Chancellor, I now present to you these graduates who have satisfied the requirements for the degrees, diplomas, and certificates as outlined in the program, and request that you confer upon them their various several degrees, diplomas, and certificates as approved by the General Faculties Council of Mount Royal University.
Under the authority vested in me by the Post-Secondary Learning Act of Alberta, and with the approval of the General Faculties Council of the Great University, I hereby confer the degrees, diplomas, and certificates upon the graduates who appear in today's program, whether they be present or absent. Please be seated.
Let's have a round of applause for the recent graduates of Mount Royal University. They're not graduates until this nice lady says you are, so that's done, and we will now present the graduates individually to the Chancellor by reading the names of those graduates who are present today. Some of you may not wish to shake hands. You can simply place your hand on your heart or nod and we'll figure it out. Similarly, members of the platform party may greet you similarly. I would now ask Mr. Jeff Crane to read the names of the graduates in attendance. Mr. Crane.
Chancellor Don Farrell, President and Vice Chancellor Dr. Tim Rowley, Dean of the Faculty of Arts Dr. Jennifer Pettit, and faculty members will now come forward to acknowledge the graduates of the Faculty of Arts as they receive their parchments. Presenting the graduates of the Bachelor of Arts, Interior Design, Sarah Akere-Dolu. Ayana Bastine. Shakira Black. Caitlin Clements. Yale Davis. Belinda Dunford. Maggie Ferguson. Valeria Garcia. Komal Gill. Alexandra Hicks. Samantha Elijahs. Emma Jacobs. Lean Kassir. Inder Kamba. Aaron Lake. Emily McAndrew. Adam Moyer. Daryl Pedalinghug. Andrea Pedranas. Sierra Pelletier. Natalie Pop. Alina Russell. Ashley Swainson. Kaylee Tate. Christine Tak. Adam Thureya. Maria Savarse. This concludes the graduates of the Faculty of Arts at Mount Royal University. Chancellor Don Farrell, President and Vice Chancellor Dr. Tim Raleigh, Dean of the Faculty of Science and Technology, Dr. Jonathan Withy, and faculty members will now come forward to acknowledge the graduates from the Faculty of Science and Technology as they receive their parchments. Presenting the graduates of the Bachelor of Computer Information Systems. Haider Amin. Jan Banta. Daniel Baranowski. Brandon Bodemer. Kurt Boder. Evan Gadsby. Marco Gonzalez. Guy Gorin. Hassan Kadri. Raphael Khan. Suresh Kumar. Christopher Lucien. Jonathan David Macchio. Yusuf Amin. Chukwuemilio Obiagu. Rebecca Ochang. Mihai Popa. Justin Pope. Christopher Pravlik. Erica Robles. Gurunjan Singh. Lorenzo Young. Presenting the graduates of the Bachelor of Computer Information Systems Cooperative Education, Ethan Agarwal. Nuasar Arham. Paraspreet Atwal. Jaskirat Balagun. Dylan Borchert. Kyle Duong. Jarrett Horner. Abdul Khan. Juvilazel Lopina. Abdullah Mohammed. Hans Pongulan. Matthew Passarelli. Nathaniel Medal Peñas. Kirill Penkov. Crystal Rapchuk. Don Ton. John Valiente. Jameson Watson. Sebastian Wimmer. Presenting the graduates of the Bachelor of Science, Biology Honors, Minal Ahuja. Avejit Ball. Samantha Cassidy. Mohammed Sulman Khan. Emily Kingdon. Presenting the graduates of the Bachelor of Science, Biology. Randall Ross Alcantara. Gaurav Azrani. Charles Blanchard. Roger Matthew Calichan. Bryce Carson. Caitlin Corbiere. Denise Dakinay. Ahmed Elerbani. Patricia Colleen Gonzalez. Sydney Jersak. James Law. Era Liddell. Carla May Malabug. Kara Medvedik. Grace Piggott. Luis Rios. Regan Ross. Anna Schindel. Paige Seeley. Colton Swainson. Francis Tambis. Jamie Oitiepo. Kiara Wilson. Presenting the graduates of the Bachelor of Science, Cellular and Molecular Biology, Christopher Shaw. Presenting the graduates of the Bachelor of Science, Chemistry, Pavneet Awalia. Augustine Anobil. Irish May Casway. Andrew D. Maliha Farouk. Birhan Gezahain. Gavin Gumani. Easton Helfrich. Kim Huynh. Alex Levier. Yen Wang. Chantel Orman. Jaslyn Peterson. Crizel Gabiani Quiros. Kimberly Samila. Ashton Skurlick. Presenting the graduates of the Bachelor of Science, Computer Science. Camille Alberto. Soren Bradley. Kellen Karan. Isaiah Luke Lau Kating. Pelvin Danda. Johan Elbrole. Daniel Granger. Drew Ingleson. Kyle Koivanetta. Michael Meyer. Matthew Smith. Jason Cito. Matthew Tallman. Jesse V. Wager. Presenting the graduates of the Bachelor of Science, Computer Science, Cooperative Education, Rutu Karavadra. Olga Koldachenko. Matthew Pham.
Just like you pronounced the last Kirill. Yeah, Kirill Sikov.
Kirill Sikov. Presenting the graduates of the Bachelor of Science, Environmental Science. Fakia Ahmad. Leilani Avendano. Violet Bank Imudia. Eve Barnett. Caitlin Bartlett. Kyle Egan. Kyle Fillick. Jasmine Gravel. Brendan Joseph Haidu. Keenan Hammermeister. Kelvin Harris. Caitlin Hustad. Kristen Letta. Brendan Long. Melina Lovrick. Alexandra Madrilejos. Samuel Metakatya. Caitlin Murray. Bailey Thomas. Presenting the graduates of the Bachelor of Science, General Science. Lana Alzamo. Taiwoa Aluwie. Caden Armstrong. Abishan Banya. Maya Burness. Neonce Blake. Brandon Bradbury. Perveen Chahal. Jaipreet Dhaliwal. Rodrigo Diaz Meneses. Ricky Domingo. Alpha Adriano Duque. Michaela Eisler. Quinn Emerson. Mary Chris Faye Endea. Adriana Escoto. Jan Marielle Espanta. Samantha Fisher. Shaylin Fong. Angela Faye Gallios. Benjamin David Gears. Jyoti Gounder. Chelsea Gieb. Geneva Gensentau. Mika Ignacio. Clarissa Jimenez. Tara Clausen. Kaylee Liddell. Victoria Little. Pooja Manjuneth. Susanna Manan. Amanda Morrison. Marie Oliphant. Shaylin O'Neill. Neil Carlson Pereña. Miriam Schersebir. Samantha Slayman. Liv Taylor. Gina Tomarat. Andre Angelo Tolentino. Jean Torres. Emily True. Laura Trinsky. Spencer Voth. Munsi Kaur Wander. Saiva Warach. Liza Zamani. Presenting the graduates of the Bachelor of Science, Geology, Benjamin Becky. Emma Burnett. Andrea Cairns. Presenting the graduates of the Bachelor of Science, Health Science, Carla Al-Sharaf. Cheryl Damon. Annika Dost. Rayanne Friesen. Tejas Gill. Alana Jelkotsky. Nicole Johnson. Benjamin William McKenzie. Clayvon Kilyupo. Maknoor Yunus. This concludes the graduates of the Faculty of Science and Technology at Mount Royal University.
I would now like to acknowledge two students who have received two prestigious awards. The first student has earned the 2024 Governor General's Medal. The Governor General's Medal was established in 1873 and is one of the most prestigious awards that can be earned by a student in a Canadian educational institution for exceptional academic achievement. On behalf of Her Excellency, the Right Honourable Mary Simon, Governor General of Canada, Tejas Gill is awarded the Silver Medal for achieving the highest academic standing of all graduates in a degree program. Tejas is graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Health Science and has a cumulative GPA of 4.0. And for those of you who don't speak GPA, that is very, very, very good. Tejas, would you please come forward and join me at the front of the stage? Let's come out here. The second student is the recipient of the 2024 Centennial Gold Medal. The Centennial Gold Medal awarded commemorates a deep tradition of academic achievement and leadership at Mount Royal. The tradition of the gold medal was first established at Mount Royal in 1935 and is our highest award for student academic achievement. Angela Faye Gallios was selected as the 2024 Centennial Gold Medal recipient for the Faculty of Science and Technology. She graduates today with a Bachelor of Science, General Science, with a concentration in biology and chemistry. Please join me in congratulating Angela on this incredible achievement. Angela, come on down.
It is now my pleasure to introduce someone who is very familiar with where you've been and the road ahead. They too went from being a student at Mount Royal to a graduate, and now are one of our many alumni who have gone off to accomplish so much with the help of their education. Stefan Radata graduated from Mount Royal University with a Bachelor of Computer Information Systems in 2019. During his final year at MRU, Stefan co-founded T-Link Golf, which went on to generate over $3 million in revenue. Currently, Stefan serves as the CTO of Carrot, a pro-tech company revolutionizing the commercial real estate industry in Canada. His commitment to technological innovation and business excellence has had him named Alberta's top young innovator and Canada's top 30 under 30 for developers. Please join me in welcoming our alumni speaker, Stefan Radata, to the stage to share a few words.
Good afternoon. I am thrilled to be here with you today to celebrate not just your academic achievements, but the bright future that awaits each of you. When I first began my journey at MRU, I was filled with excitement and a tremendous amount of anticipation for what the future would bring. First year was rough, not gonna lie, and I hung on by the skin of my teeth to avoid academic probation. Thankfully, I made it through though, because it was here at MRU that I met one of the greatest mentors I've ever known in Ray DePaul. Because it was here at MRU that I met the person who I would start my first company with, T-Link, a fellow MRU student, Derek Rookie. And it was here that MRU helped me achieve my startup goals and receive the first significant funding for our company. MRU didn't just help me achieve my career goals, it transformed my life in ways that I could have never, ever imagined. Now, as you stand on the threshold of your own unique journeys, I want to share some lessons that have been instrumental in my life and in my career. First off, embrace uncertainty. Education isn't about knowing everything the moment you graduate. You're not expected to be an expert, even in your major. Instead, what MRU does is it gives you the tools to adapt, to pivot when necessary, to learn from your mistakes, to seek help, and to navigate change with resilience and grace. Secondly, seek meaningful connections. The relationships you forge here at MRU can be lifelong and can open doors you've never expected. Take advantage of the opportunities and try new things. You have a lifetime to figure out what you like and where you fit, so try to stay adventurous. And never forget to stay connected to MRU. Return here whether physically or through the bonds you've created, because the value of the network you built is truly immeasurable. Today is a milestone. What you have accomplished matters, and I hope you feel proud of your achievements. And now, it is my honor and privilege to say to you, Class of 2024, congratulations and welcome to the MRU alumni community.
Thank you, Stefan. And if you're looking for investors, remember the Chancellor. Elder McSeacom, who serves as an elder and spiritual advisor here on campus, gifted the university an honor song in 2018. The song recognizes Mount Royal as a place where Indigenous knowledge and perspectives are embraced. Graduates, today this song honors your achievements. I would now like to ask that everyone except for the graduates, please stand up as you are able for the honor song. Graduates, please stay seated because this song honors you. Please turn your attention to the Sorrel Rider Singers who will perform the song.
Please be seated. Thank you to the Sorrel Rider Singers and Elder McSeacom. The song is truly an honor. Can we have another round of applause for the... Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we're approaching the end of the ceremony. We still have a few little things to do, which marks the end of Mount Royal's Convocation celebration for 2024. Before we finish the program, I'd like to take my life in my hands because the Chancellor has just forbidden me from doing this. But I would like, because the Chancellor, Dawn Farrell, she is MRU's first Chancellor, and her term ends this year. She's still the Chancellor. She'd be the first to tell me she's still the Chancellor. But this means this is her last convocation. Chancellor Farrell started her 4-year term with us in 2020. Do you all remember 2020? Yeah, it was an exciting year. and she also serves on our Board of Governors. She has been an enthusiastic supporter of our students through initiatives like Chancellor's Corner, where she immersed herself in the classroom experience by attending classes and getting to know some of our professors and students over coffee. She's been a true champion of everything MRU is working towards and has celebrated our proud accomplishments by sharing our story with our supporters in the community. Madam Chancellor, she hates it when I call her that, by the way. Madam Chancellor, I have had a front row, literally a front row seat to the many ways you've enriched our community with your impressive background of over 35 years in the energy business, including your current role as President and CEO of Trans Mountain Corporation. On behalf of Mount Royal University, it is my honor, personal privilege to say thank you and congratulate you on your success in this ceremonial position. And thank you and look forward to everything that is ahead for you. You're not done. Everything is ahead of you. Lois Mitchell has taught us that. Thank you, Dr. Mitchell. You have been part of the MRU community for decades. I will share with all of you, Dawn taught here, I meant Madam Chancellor taught here. As she was on the board of Mount Royal College, she was on the board of Mount Royal University. She's been a true champion for this institution. One of the roles of a chancellor is actually to also serve as advisor to the president and vice chancellor. And I am immensely grateful for the guidance and wisdom that you have shared with me. Madam Chancellor, to celebrate your accomplishment and to acknowledge MRU's first Chancellor, it is my pleasure to announce a new scholarship that is being created in the honored name of the Chancellor. It will help future students achieve their academic goals. Here at MRU, increasing access to education is something we continually work for, which is why this new Chancellor Scholarship will cover full tuition, books, and residence for one student each academic year. This will be MRU's biggest award ever. Can you please join me at the front of the stage for a couple little gifts? And I would invite those members of the platform party who want to get in a photo to stand up. Our regular scheduled program will commence in a moment. So we have a big bouquet of flowers and we have a hockey jersey. There we go. With a number 1, because she's the number 1 chancellor. Let's go out. So isn't it nice that I listened so attentively to my boss, the Chancellor? Now back to our regularly scheduled program, and I will now invite Chancellor Don Farrell to the program to continue with our program.
He's so dead. That's all I can say. Thank you very much, President Rowley, and thank you to everyone. But this convocation is not about me, it's about you. So he broke the first rule of a convocation, he made it about somebody else. So back to you. Before we end this ceremony, I must, on behalf of all of us, express our sincere thanks to the mighty team that is in charge of the extensive planning and coordination that goes into preparing the convocation here at MRU. Thank you for the staff in the University Registrar, Marketing and Communications and Alumni Relations offices, and the many employees who volunteer and support this important event. Let's give them a big hand. As graduates, you are all now part of a vibrant group of more than 115,000 Mount Royal alumni who are doing amazing things, as you see, around the world. I know that you will stay connected with us and you will always be part of our community. Graduates, remain positive and steadfast as you take the degree you were granted today and move forward. Congratulations to all of you. Now, because this is my last convocation, and because it's your beginning of something exceptional and special and amazing that you're going to do, and because you're all going to go out there and make Canada a better place, and you're going to make sure we're secure and we're safe and we're peaceful. And because you're the smallest but the best graduating class, I want to hear the biggest, most rip-roaring cheer from all of you for this great, great moment. Go. And you do know that 1,000 years from now, when some poor data scientist is going through the archives of the server that captured that, they'll say, what were those people thinking? This now concludes the official convocation ceremony. But before you go, there's one small rite of passage left for you to do. I would now like to invite Dr. Jonathan Withey, Dean for the Faculty of Science and Technology, to come to the podium to lead the time-honored tradition of the Tassel toss.
Good afternoon, everyone. Someone has to follow this, so I'm going to need your help for this section. So the platform party and the graduands, if you could please rise if you're able. Graduates, we have one final assignment for you. The mortarboard, or graduation cap, is a time-honored symbol of convocation. Until you graduate, the tassel is worn on the right side. You will notice that those behind me are wearing the tassel on their mortarboards on the left. It is my pleasure to congratulate you on your remarkable achievements and ask that if you're wearing your mortarboard, that you now move your tassels from the right to the left. I now invite our many guests in the audience today to please rise if you're able. So this is the last convocation ceremony of 2024, and more importantly, this is your special day. So somehow, we've got to try and do a little bit better than we did about 5 minutes ago. One more round of applause for our graduating class of 2024. Please remain standing and allow the platform party and students to exit. Thank you.